See you, Ash. Thank you so much. That was sweet.
The mic sounds nice. Hey,
it's Friday.
It really is.
It's Friday. It's Friday.
Hey,
I like what you did right there. I like what you did.
Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
And the one and only Mr. Edmund.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project at the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See that.
And we like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
The new.
Get gangster.
baby.
And if you don't know,
Now you know.
No. Hey, y'all, we also got to let y'all know that the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program. Therefore, the views, opinions, and statements expressed by the host, by the guest, by the callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carefester Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners. And it's Freestyle Friday. What's good, y'all?
INDENTPCTENT.
Know what that mean? Yay.
I really like that song because it was a social educational moment for the community on how to spell big words.
Okay.
INDENE.
But you still ain't spelling it right though. You got so you got to take a minute and actually
You still
wipe me down. It's just how to spell big words, but we not spelling them right. Miss Teresa, good morning. Tiffany, good morning. Y'all tag somebody, tag your friends. Do the hit the highlight button. It's gonna be a good ride this morning. And so what we want to let y'all know too before we really get into the good stuff is this Monday. We got Stephanie A. Wynn coming. Y'all know Steph, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie Wynn, she's doing some amazing work. She's the founder of the Stephanie A. Wynn Foundation, and she's going to be joining us on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. She's going to be talking about the 4th annual Let's Talk IBD Health and Wellness Symposium that's happening on Saturday, March the 28th at 10 a.m. This event is actually focused on advancing health, equity, and patient education for people living with Crohn's disease, and also known as inflammatory bowel disease. You know, if you got gut issues,
that's what we call it.
And so yes, and she's asking people to go to the website, the Stephanie A. Wynn Foundation.org and register. She said, "How you gonna spell the song wrong?" That's what they want to know.
Because I rode Pinellas County school buses.
No. We not finna.
Big shouts out to the wait, hold on. Big shouts out to all the bus drivers. If you're listening, if you're down there at the
compound.
The compound. Thank you, Brother John. If you're down at the compound, if you're riding and you're picking up cheering, thank you for the work you're doing. Y'all are the bridge between our children and the school system, and your job is a thankless job. Thank you to all the school bus drivers.
As you got a school bus hat on.
I did.
Pinellas County School.
And
I see it.
But then he gonna
I see what you did.
We in traffic.
I see what you did.
and I'm finna do it. Take accountability. You is not finna call
Yeah.
Pinellas County school buses
That wasn't
because you
move up.
did not know how to spell the word that you said taught you how to spell.
No,
Right?
I
No.
was
just explaining the workflow of how I got to school.
Okay,
I
thank
was
you.
explaining the workflow. I be thinking in workflows now,
Okay,
right? I've been
okay.
thinking in processes. So I'm thinking how
Some stuff
and then
never changes.
It made me understand that the importance of our bus drivers is a thankless job. And I know y'all don't hear this often, but thank you.
Appreciate you.
Even the regular bus drivers, not the school bus drivers, the
City bus.
PTSA.
Ain't city bus no more. Yeah, it's Pinellas Suncoast Transit Authority.
Oh, they them buggers?
I mean, you remember it used to be city bus.
I know they buggers.
It was I don't know how they got there,
I
but
think they might
I
have-
just
No, I think it's been.
I'm going to
no,
investigate.
I mean it's always been
I think so. We
it's
just
always
call-
been county, but we just said city bus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah,
then,
yeah. I think so.
Launch an investigation.
when did it not be city bus no more?
And
when did it
authorized
become
the change?
who authorized it to not be city? Because we got to try and figure out how to make money.
Anybody out there know?
And the bus service may be a
Don't
way
be
to make
making
some
no
money.
They
money.
say,
Don't
what are
make
y'all
money.
talking about?
Who knows? We talking about
It's
snacks.
Freestyle
It's
Friday.
Freestyle Friday. So tonight we're going to be at the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Will be broadcasting live from the Sunshine Center in St. Pete for a powerful stage production that you don't want to miss.
Yeah.
It's called Snacks. It's written by Tron Montgomery, a
Mhm.
stage play about unity, protest, and how one bad decision can shake an entire neighborhood. We'll be there tonight. Doors open at 7 and the show starts at 8 p.m. I think it's still a few tickets left.
It may be a few tickets left. I know they were selling out fast for both nights. So yeah, show up, come out, see it.
Somebody tag Tron, man. Tell them big good job.
Yeah, and the
What
whole
ticket is that?
staff.
Amen.
Oh yes, they got about 16 people, 17
They
people.
got 16 people in here in this production. And again, it's based on a true story. If you're from St. Pete or in the surrounding area, you know that it was a big protest. They actually ran.
What?
We ran, everybody, and I'm gonna say we because I went out there a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I stopped and I blowed the horn and told people, hey, don't go in that stove.
Stop it.
Don't you do
But
it.
we actually ran the original owner
Mhm.
out of the
That's
building.
what happened?
Now I'm not gonna say I don't know if he's still on the lease and they doing some sneaky.
Yeah, but they had to tuck him away though.
Yeah, they had to tuck him
Yeah,
away. And then somebody else came in there, and still to this day, people are not visiting. And
Every time I go by there, it's a ghost town.
it looks like a ghost town.
Yeah.
So we told them, don't play in our face.
Yeah, it's a ghost town
And
every
really,
time.
it is a demonstration, of unity.
Mhm.
It's a demonstration of what we can do, and that's why the Cash Mob is also on Saturday
Yeah.
at Baja on 49th Street,
Mhm.
starting at 12 p.m. And we just gonna go and spend our money strategically and on purpose.
Yeah.
This is a community economic development plan that we have going here.
Yeah.
And what it means is that we're going to infuse the businesses with the community's dollars intentionally. We all buy food during the day. Let's intentionally go to Baja on Saturday.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And
We
if I'm
did,
not mistaken,
Ooh.
so the first one was 727 Seafood
Yep.
Grill.
Mhm.
And then you went to Jug. And
Big
then it was Big C's, and
Yep.
now it
Baja.
is Baja's. And now this may be a Mr. Edmund facts. I think all of the businesses have seen like a 30% increase.
You know
A plus. No. I'm just saying because I don't know.
He said 300. So you know
No.
that in the Mr. Evans.
No,
fact.
but no.
Mr. Evans said it's been a 300% increase.
But every business it have
Yeah.
sold out
Yeah.
Thank you to the people for doing that. 'cause
for
we can't do that.
that Saturday when the cash mob
Yeah.
come through.
I
So
only bought
that's
one plate.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I only bought some shea butter and some African butter from Jug.
I bought a
couldn't-
lot of stuff from
But I'm
Jug.
just saying that's the community effect.
Yeah.
That's the community
Yeah.
economic development in action.
Mhm.
Amen. And shout out to Mika, because Mika keep putting her foot on the gas, boy.
Ooh.
Like if nobody
Yeah.
else is talking about it,
Yeah.
you can count on her saying
Thank
something
you.
about that. So thank you
Yeah.
for that, keeping our attention over there.
The
Definitely
phone line
appreciate that.
swinging.
Yeah,
Yesterday, the
appreciate it.
last show, the phone line was swinging so hard. Y'all have a bar to reach.
Hey,
Yeah.
Coach D, introduce yourself to the people.
Hey,
Hey,
this is Margaret Beebalot, aka Miss D, the job coach, ask Coach D. I am in love with the solidarity of St. Pete going after that proprietor, because this is what economic empowerment looks like. Yes. There are many things that it looks like, and this is one of them. Taking action, getting off your butt, grabbing your money. I've been watching you guys on the weekends, and listen, Cash Mob, keep going and keep spending your money openly with each other. Not just, okay, I go in the store and I buy something and maybe I'll tell somebody. No, openly. People need to see you going in and out of those businesses, and they need to know where those businesses are. I'm going to shout out Candy Lowe. 20 years. Black 20 business, years in her community. Black Business Bus Tour, 20 years strong.
We might need to bring the bus tour through the Cash Mob.
Well,
coordination.
Listen, reach out to Candy.
Yes.
Reach out to Candy and talk about it. See what you guys can come up with, because she's planning a big celebration. And I don't know. I don't want to get in the middle of anybody's negotiation.
Right.
So please, please, please. And I'm on fan base also. And I mentioned her on one of the fan base rooms that was talking about economic empowerment. They said, oh yeah, we trying to do that in our city. So other cities are modeling what we do, and we got to do it big. The internet gives us the opportunity to be able to share it across state lines. Look for Black investment companies to be involved in when you want to do big projects, because people do want to be involved.
They
connected.
Surely do.
Y'all have an absolutely fabulous weekend.
You do the same. Thank you, Coach D. We appreciate it. I should listen to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club right here on 99 Jams. We talking it's Freestyle Friday, and so we talking about the Cash Mob. We talking about how we support each other, where we gonna be, what we gonna be doing, and how we gonna do it. And so we got a Would You Rather. Y'all want to do Would You Rather?
Would you rather?
So Would You Rather? The Would You Rather segment is brought to you by Jerish Martin. So whether you're looking for high quality entertainment curation and top tier event stage management, look no further than Jerish Martin. Jerish Martin offers professional entertainment consulting, artist coordination, and event management services to bring your next event to life, ensuring a seamless experience for your audience and participants. Would you rather? So would you rather be the person bold enough to say you're going to change the world, or the person crazy enough to believe that it's actually possible?
Jabbar, which one are you picking?
Would you rather?
I think I'm crazy too. I think I'm crazy.
Yeah, we cleared that word. We remember we cleared crazy.
I mean,
I
say crazy.
It's crazy.
I'm crazy too.
Okay.
So let us know what you think, y'all. Put it in the chat. Would you rather be the person bold enough to say you're going to change the world, or the person crazy enough to believe it's actually possible?
Yeah. I think it's possible.
I'm going crazy. I think it's possible.
Okay.
Because you can be the one that say it, but don't really mean it.
Okay.
Like, just because you say it, don't mean you're going to do the actions to go behind it. So I'm going to be the one that really believes it. So then I'm going to put actions behind it, because I believe that it can. So that's my answer, Alex.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm going to say this. In English, saying and doing is something different, but there's an Arabic word. I can't think of the word. Professor Matt, give us a call. Give us the word that's in Arabic. But it means say, and it also means do, because in Arabic there's no distinction between what you say and what you do, because word is bond, right? And so if you say it, it's automatically presumed that you're going to do it.
How many people don't keep their word?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just telling you, it's cultural, right? It's a cultural thing, right? And in some cultures, there's no distinction between what you say and what you do, because the word actually means the same thing. So if I say I'm going to do it, then it's all automatically like a foregone conclusion that I'm actually going to do it. So, but we speak in English, so I would rather be the one that's crazy enough to believe that it's actually possible.
Yeah, because
I'm going for crazy.
You know
how many people done said I'll be there tomorrow, and somebody looking out their window
Yeah.
The child looking at the window talking about my daddy coming at 1 and then he don't show up. But his word's supposed to be bond.
Why couldn't be?
Mama said,
why had to be
The
that?
my mama said that she was gonna buy me some Jordans, and every day I come home ain't no Jordan.
Yeah, well,
That's a little different story, but
no, it's your word.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
That's right.
But actions is your words. Your words is your actions. Could
Mm-hmm.
be. That's why you got to watch what you say and watch how you say it. Because if you say the wrong thing, your brain doesn't know the difference between when you joke, when you playing, right? When you lying and when you telling the truth. Your body internalizes it. Your cells go to moving towards the lie you told yourself.
So let's clear this up. So Miss Teresa said your word should be your bond.
It should.
But is it?
So
whether you declare it or not, like is it?
It should.
It should.
It should.
So should be's don't make honey.
No, it don't be.
The word.
Yeah, your word should be bond.
But you see a lot of people
your-
that don't. And so, and I'm finna tell you, the most dependable person, your word is your bond. That's why they always call you, right? But the person they know that'll say, I'll be there.
And don't be there.
And don't be there, you don't get the phone
So that's
call.
the word you speak out loud. Because if you say something and you don't do it, then somewhere you decided that you wasn't gonna do it. So
But
where was that word? Was that an unspoken word?
It was in
To
your
yourself.
DNA. That was what
It
you
was
had
in
already told
yourself.
It was in your,
yourself.
yeah, but that's what I mean. So your word is bond. Because even when you said it, something stopped you from doing it.
What you told
And it
yourself the last time.
And it was a word that said, don't do it.
But when you, so we don't have, we say, hey.
Do
I'm
you
gonna
say
be on
don't do it when you don't do something? You just don't do it. You don't consciously say, oh, I ain't
That's
doing
what I
that.
mean. You don't
No,
consciously say
some
it.
Some people do.
Some people, hold
Some
on.
people do.
Some
What you
people,
mean?
some people consciously say, oh, I ain't doing that.
And
But
they
then
make
some people
excuses.
just don't do it.
But if you give your word and you don't do it, there's a space in between you giving it and not doing it where you thinking about.
But did you mean to do
Hold
it?
on. There's a space in between when you say you're going to do it
And you
and
don't
not
do it.
doing it. And in that space, that's when you talk yourself out of it.
But sometimes you had intentions to do it. I meant to do it, but I didn't do it. And that's what happened.
And that's what I'm
And
saying.
you
That's
can just say a lie is a word also.
but that lies the word off. But no, the space in between
That's
you saying
a lie.
I'm gonna be there.
The space is the space in between you saying you're gonna do it and you not doing it is the space in between the lie.
That's the trial. And that's when you test it on your word. But I don't think people give their word knowing.
So this is a
not
word triangle.
Not most people.
So this is a word triangle.
I don't think most people give their word and intend not to make it. Like when I said it, I meant it and I was intending to do it, but then something happened. And that's something you have to process it.
Oh, I know it's in the middle. Excuses.
There you go.
Excuses
That's
in
in the middle.
So
Yeah.
if you got
That's it. It's something in there though.
It's excuse.
Because when you say that, most people ain't just
So
saying, hey, I'm gonna be there,
it's a
and
lie.
then immediately know they ain't gonna be there.
It's excuses, it's a lie, then it's your intentions,
You got-
because you may be intended.
Yeah.
So somewhere in between you fall into that bucket.
Thank you.
No, I'm gonna tell you.
I'm-
Yeah,
I
all
don't
of
know
that
what's
is
in
true.
that. It's
There's
a lot in that space.
It's a lot in the space. And some
It's
of
your
it,
life, it's your trials,
Yeah,
it's your
yeah.
experience,
It's
it's your
buckets.
fears,
It's
it's your
listen,
anger.
it
It's,
could
it's
be.
all kind of stuff. But when
Yeah.
you say it,
Yeah.
from the time you say it to the time it actually get
Not-
done or
or
not
not
done,
done.
it's some space in there, and you still having conversation.
I
Yeah.
will
And
tell
the
you.
word in that space is what the one that you
And
end up making bond.
sometimes it's just
Yeah.
a lie. When you say it, you know you're lying.
And sometimes
You
Yeah,
know
that's-
you
that's the
just
thing, too.
know.
The truth
There's
is true.
some-
I think that's a smaller percentage.
No, I don't
It's a
know.
percentage. I don't know. I don't know.
I
At
ain't
this
gonna
point,
say
it's
it's small
10,
because some
10,
people
10.
be like, "I'm gonna be there," and you know you ain't gonna be there.
It's so many options.
But I don't think that's everybody. I think it's more people who say they're gonna be there and really intend to be there.
It depends who you talking to.
Sure enough, too.
It
I
all
just gotta get a benefit of the
it
doubt.
depends on who you
I
talking
gotta
to.
get
Because
the
this is
benefit
what
of the
I do.
doubt.
I be like, I'm gonna try.
People
I
don't
don't-
But
lies
see,
all day.
but that's an indecision.
But
That's
people-
not trying. When you say I'm gonna try, that means you haven't really decided that you're
Right.
gonna do it.
And so yeah, but if I say I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna do my
Then you've
darn.
decided to be there.
Yeah.
But if you say you're gonna try, you really haven't decided.
Now
Try-
we
when you
getting
say-
into semantics.
When you say
we getting into
if
semantics,
I
we
say I'm
getting
gonna try to
weeds,
be there,
but we
because if
And then they
you're gonna
say,
be
so
there and you know
Charlie
you're gonna be there, you're gonna be
because I
there.
try to be
Charlie Funk say some people
That's
just
indecision.
lying to save face,
Ooh.
and
Yeah.
they do.
Ooh.
That's why I say it's who you talking to and when you talking to them, because you're correct. Some people will donate a lie instantly. People donate lies all day.
And some people donate lies that you don't even ask for. Them are the
If-
worst
if
lies.
Goodwill took them,
Them the worst
Them are the
ones you ain't
worst.
asked for.
I didn't
The
even
volunteer
ask.
lies.
The volunteer lies the ones that you ain't even. I didn't even ask you a question. Well, you know, tomorrow I'm gonna be at your house cooking.
I want to get this opinion because Miss Teresa, you sent me down this path, and Miss Teresa says changing the world is a big proposition, in my humble opinion. Making a difference in your immediate community is more realistic. I'm crazy enough to believe that I can change the block, the neighborhood, or my immediate community, but I'm not crazy enough to think that I can change the world.
But I'm going to say this because changing your block is changing your world.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Changing your so when I was in prison, I learned this from a master in prison. This dude was a guru, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, when you are in a position that you can't control nothing, the first thing you start to control is the things around you, right? Mm-hmm. If you're in prison, you can't control much of nothing. So control your locker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, organize your locker. Oh, so I don't really do all this here. Y'all look, get all the food. I'm just gonna put books in here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Control what you can
and
control.
I control what I can control. And then that grow into my neighborhood or my community or my family or whatever. Because changing the world sometimes start with changing yourself.
Yeah. I think most times.
All the time.
Yeah. I go
What's the basic of community development?
Self-improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You start with yourself. And that's a world. Like you got a whole world. You got a whole world in your head. But I get that. So I hear you, Miss Teresa. It's all in how you define world. And so and so if you define your world as your block,
we back to the semantics.
Words matter, man.
Tomato.
Words matter. So y'all put it in the chat. Let us know. Would you rather be bold enough to say you're going to change the world, however you define it, or the person crazy enough to believe that it's actually possible? I'm crazy enough to believe that it's possible.
And it's a bad connotation on the word crazy. We ain't trying to disrespect nobody or call nobody crazy, but we acknowledging the crazy within ourselves.
Yeah, y'all look crazy up because when I looked it up, it actually fit me. I felt like
you was a little crazy.
I felt like I was what it said.
What?
I looked at crazy. We can do that. We can look at crazy. How much time we got? We'll look at crazy because I'm all right with crazy. What? Yeah, I ain't got no problem with crazy. What? After I actually looked the word up.
But some crazy is so you know how like there's different levels of the crazy.
The different.
No,
you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're right. But the crazy that I am is like probably like the third definition. It ain't the first one. You know when you got like one.
You got degrees
one A.
Craziness. I'm not jumping in and saying that I'm all the way.
I like being
it is okay. But
you got to be.
You do got to be crazy. But I will tell you this: I think everybody got some sprinkle. Everybody got some sprinkle of craziness. Now the doses, you know how like God give you like 10% of patty, like
you added patty.
No, I'm just saying, like
you got everybody got equal portions.
No, like you have your different. So God gave some people like 2% of crazy, and then He gave other people like 90% crazy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know,
oh, you brought it back, Mr. Reese. I'm glad y'all brought it back to the topic. Y'all know we take off, right? And we really would. So thank y'all for that. And then we got a lot that we're gonna talk about. Speaking of topics, when we come back from the break, what we put in the chat that we're gonna talk about. I know we got the Iran is throwing missiles. The world going crazy.
And then we back on the deuces.
Yeah, there's something happening on the deuces.
What happened on the deuces?
We're gonna talk about these prices and stuff like that.
And then there's this DEI bill. So when we was talking about the mural, a lot of people were saying, well, you know, there's other things that we can be talking about. And then right after that, there was a press conference by like mayors and county commissioners around the state talking about this anti-DEI bill. So we're gonna lift that up.
And President Trump President Trump had the data factory press conference.
Yeah, because data centers. The data center conversation is a real thing. Like we got to really talk
at the same time.
All right, it's 8:00. We got to take a break.
So we got a lot to talk about. And y'all make sure that we do it. Keep us honest. So we'll be back 6 to 7 minutes after the hour. Right.
Speak and stay.
Believe that.
the sky. You're an angel, look up, baby, wipe all your tears away. I know it's been crazy, but keep your head up high.
Foot chase through the projects, dodging foreign objects. Street knowledge, I should've went to college. Odds stacked against me, surviving off instinct. 3 blocks from the precinct. Lil' homie caught a case, others lost family members. Product of his environment, projects produce violence in the middle of the streets, cause that's how we eat. Just heard rap about the trap, don't mean I ain't about peace.
We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United we must stand together, under God we are one. We must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dreams.
Peace in the streets, love to my brothers, love to my sisters. We all need each other. Children need their mothers and they need their dads. Taking a life that don't make you bad. The fact that you do that is so sad. Pocket watching, plotting on another man's cash. Pick up a book instead of picking up a gun. Increase your knowledge and that'll increase your funds. If everyone succeeds, then crime would decrease and people would live instead of resting in peace. Unity, that's what we need. Stand up and be a positive force in the community.
We are one, we must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dreams. We must stand together,
Must stand together.
all together as one.
As one people.
United we must
United,
stand
we shall rise.
fighting for
And you fight for me
till our race is done.
till we see God.
United we must
United we will rise. Clap with me. Clap.
God, we
Clap,
are
yes,
one.
sir.
We must
Clap.
fly to the
Clap.
sun.
GB on the track, man, and I mean this, it's from the heart.
Not destroying
Back and forth
our
to
dreams.
prison, cause my position in the ghetto was wishing my dreams was in my hand, man, instead of so distant. Violent crimes on my record, showing judges I'm reckless. Guess they think I'm rich and young, like Young and the Restless. Every time I see a young brother rich in peace, got to be the only time when I watch TV. Cause the struggling and suffering is all I see. Besides muscling and hustling that wall with heat, I point the finger at the devil, boy, for taking my peace. Cause the only way to live is to take to the streets. But they rate me as a villain for the killing and dealing. For what? My last resort to make me a living. I don't give a damn, tell them so what? I'm gonna survive even if they threaten me with life. The arms of poverty held tight, making life a fight. But in the sky, we got to unite. Keep your head in the sky.
We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United we must stand together, under God we are one. We must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dream. We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together.
On Thursday, President Trump told Axios in an interview he needs to be personally involved in selecting Iran's next leader, just as he was in Venezuela. Axios reports Trump acknowledged Mojtaba Khamenei, son of the assassinated Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, as the most likely successor, while making clear he finds that outcome unacceptable. Iran is continuing to fire retaliatory missiles and drones at Israel and nations across the Middle East that host U.S. military bases. Reports 100.
Just before you say it,
Yes, please.
know that we live, and we want to welcome you back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John,
And this is Qiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmund.
and this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
See that?
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in and helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
The new.
Gangsta.
baby.
And if you don't know,
Now you know. Now you know. Now you know. And we also want you to know that the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program. And as such, the views of our, I can't find it. I'm trying to just riff it. Okay. And the views, opinions, and statements expressed by hosts, guests, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carafesta Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners. What we not gonna believe, Mr. Edmund?
The infinite loop that we are living in.
Okay.
Right. So I was looking at one of my memories.
Okay.
And in it, I was speaking about my amazing spelling skills.
Okay. in your
Yes.
in your memory?
11 years ago at this same time.
You was talking
I
about
was talking about
wow.
how great a speller I am.
Wow.
not.
Am.
And this morning we started with him
In my amazing spelling.
in your amazing spelling.
The world
Wow.
is an infinite loop.
That happened to me too though.
And once you able to tap into the looping occurrences,
Yeah.
you're able to ride the wave of the universe.
No, I've had that happen too, where I'll be talking about something and then it'll show up in my memories.
Yeah,
like
it
I was
does.
talking about it the
Infinite-
same day.
Infinite loop.
Yeah.
We
Hey,
moving
Has that
up.
ever happened to y'all? Y'all
Yes,
put it in the
'cause
chat. Put
our phones,
one in the chat if it's happening.
Our
to you.
phones listen to us.
our phones, you see the little green button.
But how
up
that
there?
make us talk about it though? Like I talk about it and then it come up on my memories.
Yeah, because you talk about it, your phone listen to it, and then it pop up. It
But
don't.
no, I'm saying that's different. I'm talking about like it'll say 11 years ago on this day.
I was talking about getting money.
Yeah,
And look,
today I'm talking about getting money. And it was like I'm trying to
Because
think of
every
which one
day
it was.
you talk about getting
No,
money.
I'm trying to think about. I'm trying to be specific.
No, I get what you're saying.
But
I get
because I
it.
remember, like I was thinking this thought, and I was gonna share it as a post. And then when I looked at my memories, I shared that
So
same
you want me to
post
tell you
on that
this-
same day.
It show alignment,
Okay,
I mean,
right? No, it show alignment.
that's
It
kind of
show.
scary though.
That's
No,
the
it
loop.
is.
That's the loop.
No, and you know what that is? That lets you know how real God is.
Okay,
You know what
My
I mean?
sister.
Like the things that we don't have answers for. And when we question what we are doing, and if we're doing it for the right reason, and if we were on that 10 years ago and it pop up on the same day,
okay.
it lets you know that your path is the right path. It could be. It could be on the wrong path. Because you could be on some BS and you could sit and then
And
it
you
could
still
show
on
that.
BS 10
And
years
it could
later,
show. So depending on how you look at it, when you look, is it growth? Like when you
Yeah.
said it, like from then 11 years ago, what's the growth from it?
Right.
So just let you know that either you're stagnant or you're moving,
I hear that.
and that's God.
I hear that.
There you go.
E-
Deja vu.
Either way, yeah. But no,
Keely said.
I would believe.
Deja vu. But it's a little different because it's not that I've seen it before, it's that I was saying and doing it before.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I said it. So yeah,
And then today I said the same thing.
yeah.
So it's
Deja vu can be a little fuzzy. Like
no, deja vu can be clear for some people.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, deja vu can
Because
be
my
clear.
deja vu always be like a little.
I
Like,
be having clear deja vu.
my deja vu be like, dang, this kind of feel familiar. Like I thought I seen this before. Like I can't just say exact. I've had you right.
Yeah,
It's times where I be like, yeah, I know I seen it.
What?
Yeah.
We're doing this again.
Yeah, I
I
have
done
that.
said
Yeah.
that in meetings with you, bro.
You done
This
been there
goes
before.
back to our conversation.
I call
What
it
was
out
that?
You right.
This was it Monday when I said I know in my former life
Okay.
I want to hear that, dude.
I was a mermaid,
Okay.
and because
You did. You said
I said that
that wasn't
because
deja
I came
vu
in-
either. That was
no,
for real.
no, this for real,
You
'cause
know
you know,
you
I
was a
said that.
mermaid.
So they was mermaids?
And
Mermen
because I
too.
came in to say that every
I'm asking you,
lifetime,
so
no,
they
and
were
I said
mermaids?
every lifetime I want to come back black, right?
Yeah.
So you was a black mermaid.
Yes.
Come on.
Ain't all mermaids black?
And who
You
else
was
I said I was in my former life?
I can't remember.
And y'all ain't call that crazy?
I mean, we already said that we
Okay.
all got a little bit of that.
So the black mermaid.
Griselda.
Yeah.
Oh, Blanco.
Yes, she did say that.
You told me that.
All right, y'all remind us what we said we were gonna talk about. We ain't talking about nothing we said we were gonna talk about when we came back from the break.
Iran.
Okay.
Politics with Mr. Edmond. Bought you by one.
No,
Love
before we
magazine.
go to Iran, okay, go ahead.
Thank you. I'll take you there.
Okay. Politics with Mr. Edmond.
This is important.
What's happening in Iran, man?
So there has been exchange of missile fire between America, Israel, Iran, Lebanon. So they're really fighting maybe on 2-3 fronts inside of that theater right now, right? And the reality is it's going to make our gas prices go up because they already have. They're closing the Straits of Gibraltar. That may not be it, but
that is not it. That is absolutely not it. It's the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah. He tried to name the street after him.
Gibraltar is a real place, but that ain't what it is.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. So as they strangle
Hormuz,
it, because they haven't completely closed it.
Hey,
so as they strangle it, and it's making less and less gas, and gas is about speculation. Oil is a speculator's game.
Yeah.
So now they're speculating it's going to keep going up, and this battle is just a rehashing of what they did like a year or two ago. They bombed them and said they eliminated their missile threats, and then it came back that they bombed empty places.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And then the next thing, so what Iran has been trying to do is show that they can defend themselves.
Yeah.
So this is political. It's war theater, right?
Yeah.
So what they're trying to demonstrate that if y'all cross the line, don't think I ain't got none. Y'all, this ain't going to be Iraq.
I believe them people,
but this is what they're trying to prove.
You believe them? You believe they're ready? I think Iran ready. They've been getting ready for a long time.
You know how you've been in the boxing ring.
They've been getting ready for a long time.
I think they've been training
because I think just when you got that much you think they've been really getting ready for a long time, and so
they ain't got nothing else to do.
You think about how we think about war.
I hear that though.
You know what I mean?
They
probably got something that. Because America got bases all over there.
Listen, they got them special.
So they
bombs.
might not be able to get over here to us, but they can get to where they trying to get.
They got
to. I think those people really ready, boy.
That come in at one altitude.
Yeah,
and then
if
you watch those videos, you'll see the missile going.
Because how you get ready that as long as they've been getting ready, and then something happened and you ain't ready.
Well, me and Coach.
Well, this is more residue of the wars and the battles that they have been having.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily think this is World War III.
And then
right,
and then I'm gonna tell you this too. In Islam, that's the Islamic Republic, right? Of Iran.
Ramadan right now.
And I'm gonna see you ain't gonna fight during Ramadan. But here's the thing: when the position is you never be the aggressor, but if you are aggressed upon, you got the God-given right to fight with those who fight with you.
Right.
And so they've been talking peace and saying, look, we ain't want no smoke, we ain't trying to do it, but if you bring it, we gonna be ready. I think they really ready.
They've been talking a little greasy.
They just be like, don't bother us, leave us alone.
But they look greasy. They get greasy. So what's going on is these are like the biggest world powers.
Okay.
Right. So let's say it's the world power seat is a 7-seat world power table. And these like 3-4 of the world powers fighting right now. Really, they all clicking up, helping each other because the other side is helping them.
Yeah.
So let's say the 3 seats is Iran, Russia, and North Korea.
Okay.
And then another 3 seats is America, Israel, Britain. Right. And there's a couple other seats there, but those the big seats. You know what I'm saying? Then you got China.
And people picking sides too.
And China play both sides.
Okay.
China is a master.
Yeah.
So China is not for nobody but them. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna feed the wars and let y'all fight. Because guess what? When you come over here, we ready. Yeah. Because y'all wasting y'all missiles in Russia and what's the other one? Ukraine.
Yeah.
Then you got another one, and so really we're exacerbated. We're doing that thing in North America South America with Venezuela.
Yeah.
So everybody mad at us.
So we got the barricades down there. And then Cuba is
look at here.
Listen, Cuba is Cuba.
We try to pick a fight with Canada.
Cuba people are starving because they
of
can't
the
get oil.
Yeah. And then after you starve for so long, a hungry man hurt you.
And see, we so full,
and they 90 miles away.
Listen, we getting so full of information, we're not actually aggregating the data.
Yeah.
Right. We're not actually properly assessing what's going on because there's multiple things going on right now, and it doesn't look good. It don't feel good.
Yeah. What the people saying, y'all? Anything in the comments? And so here's the other part of it. They said that Israel's responses, and they have a wider regional impact. Iran has launched retaliatory missile and drone strikes across the region. They're targeting Israel territory, U.S. military bases in the neighboring Gulf states. The Iran's Revolutionary Guard has asserted control over the Strait of Hormuz, which is a crucial route for the global oil shipments, and it has severely disrupted maritime traffic. Hezbollah, which is the Iran-aligned militia in Lebanon, they fired rockets at Israel, and Israel has responded with military action inside of Lebanon.
So
that's why it's just
so
like
people don't understand what context is. So Lebanon is in Africa.
All of this is in Africa.
Yes, but
they call it the Middle East, but that's Africa.
But we just got to stay with the names that the people know.
Yeah,
that's Africa, and then that's another front in the Middle East. Then we have another front down there. So we're in 3-4 theaters right now.
Yeah,
right. And I pray for our soldiers. I pray for the people who, got to go over here and do these things. You get what I'm saying? Because the reality is,
good morning.
It's something deeper than what we even understand. It's something deeper than we know. And the reality is hard.
I hope they don't send our babies over there. Remember, we were talking about whether or not we should send our children to the military.
They got to. The right now, the reality is we need to recruit more fighters. Right now, I'm just telling you. I ain't saying to send you. I'm saying
what they gonna do with them when they get them. They ain't recruiting them to fight. Not go send them over there to fight.
Said we are doing to Iran what Russia did to Ukraine.
Okay, you be calling us to tell us a little bit more about that.
I don't understand that.
And so here's the line.
We're talking about world news right now with politics with Mr. Edmond. You listen to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club because people don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
and we're talking about all these these skirmishes. These are not wars.
Yeah.
So I want us to refrain from using the word war because wars are declared. Sometimes some wars aren't declared. Right.
That's what Trump been doing.
But no,
a bunch of undeclared wars.
No, but you gotta to be a war. It's supposed to be declared. I'm just saying.
So TV says, I just want to know why they won't just target the man that started all this. It sucks that he's willing to put other people's lives at risk just for his ego.
Listen, and it's real because like I say, we're going to have to recruit more armed soldiers. We're going to have to ramp up our military might here at home, right? Because when you fight fronts, sometimes their intent is to weaken your home defense. So they try to. So this is one of the strategies of war. This is something what Hannibal would do. He would start fights and had them fighting in so many different other places that it left Italy and Rome weak.
Okay.
It left him ready to be. He came this close for taking Sicily or whatever because he had them fighting so many fronts. And that's kind of where we at right now. We're fighting a lot of fronts, and it's not quite war. I hear a lot of doom and gloom.
Okay.
And it is serious, right? It's very serious, although it's not quite a declared war yet.
And so another one of the impacts of this thing, they was talking about gas prices, right? And so the global oil and gas markets are being disrupted. The ongoing U.S.-Israel military campaign against Iran and Iran's retaliation have disrupted shipping and production in the Middle East, especially, we talked about it around the Strait of Hormuz. Y'all got to Google that because they keep talking about that. It's a waterway through which about 20% of the world's oil and natural gas flows. The conflict-related attacks on tankers, energy facilities, and shipping infrastructure have reduced or halted traffic through the strait, with maritime insurers withdrawing war risk coverage, and major carriers are suspending their operations.
And then they got to go around the other side where all the partners at.
Yeah.
King Ree on the phone.
We talking about the war in the Middle East. What's on your mind?
Peace tonight. I was curious, wondering why Shauna Alfredo wanted to tap dance around that word war. I don't know.
Yeah, thank you.
What's going on? But I like the fact that everything is everything like we said at the beginning of the year, or the beginning of Trump's term. So at the beginning of Trump's term, we said what? He's doing the same thing that Hitler was doing in Germany.
Yep.
So what did Hitler do to lose? He was in frivolous wars with he was waging wars with other countries when America came in with the big bam, right?
Yep.
And so that's all China's doing. China just sitting back because you got to remember we've already been at war with Russia via Ukraine by supplying them, like Charles Soprano said earlier, with getting rid of ammunition. That's the strategy in war to get rid of you to dump your ammunition. So with the most heavily advanced military in the world, what they've been doing, they've been supplying another country. Just went in Venezuela for nothing, and now you at war with a superpower right now. You know what I'm saying? Before the other ones even into the ring right now, this is like a dumping of ammunition right now. Yep. A strategy in war.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So I was curious though. I was Charles Soprano not want to do it now. Now what he has done, because remember, most presidents leading up to this, to achieve a one world government, they enacted more power to the president, but never used it. And the person at the end is the one that's going to use it. But that's what Trump's doing. So now he said, I'm going to end all wars. He's in twin wars right now.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's another good context. So what he was asking, he was really saying about like why you tap dancing around calling this a war. Why wouldn't you just go ahead and name this and say that this is really a war?
Because like Google the definition of war.
Okay.
Like in warfare, it's usually declared.
Okay.
Like when they said World War III, they declared it.
Yeah.
They said, okay, we're going to war. And I'm declaring it.
I think that might have been the last one. Did they declare war in Vietnam?
Sometimes some countries will declare war and the other country won't.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about in the rules of warfare. I ain't talking about like in political jargon or rhetoric or just talking about it.
Yeah.
Because in how it is like done.
So you've been so you talking about technical.
There's rules of war.
So we can say if we said technically it's not a war, would that be more accurate? You said technically, but I mean for all intents and purposes, they're at war.
But okay, so what I'm hearing is like if I punch you. and I'm fighting you, and you say I'm not fighting. Somebody fighting.
That mean we ain't fighting.
Yeah,
we just saying it ain't a fight until somebody say we fighting.
It's just like that. And just because I still ain't, man, I ain't fighting him, man. I just
dropped 5 bombs on you, but we ain't at war though.
They ain't a fight.
They people stuck in.
You know when somebody call you out for a fade. You know when somebody call you out for a fade and you say yes or no.
Yeah, but they said yes because they said yes.
Yes, we're at war. But then if you steal me, that's not war. We still ain't. I didn't set the fade.
Yeah, no. I'm not with you. Yeah, especially listen.
There's another part of this too about this gas. This is one of the impacts. We talk about impacts of this stuff globally. I reserve the right. Yeah. I do. I reserve my right to respectfully disagree. I'm being mindful of my social intelligence, my brother.
Well, why you think of that? Hey, you talk to the
people. We live, we talking about whether a war is not a war.
Go ahead, Yubi.
Well, wait. So the president have what's known as the War Powers Act, right? So under the War Powers Act, he can like attack different countries. And if he can get it resolved in 90 days, it's not considered a war. It's considered a conflict.
Okay.
Like what we do in Iran. So if he get it resolved in 90 days, it's not considered a war. But what I'm saying about what we doing to Iran is the same thing as what Russia doing to Ukraine. Hey, we pick the little guy, we pick on them, we make an excuse. And if nobody don't help them out, we usually crush them and take them over like what we did in Venezuela.
Okay.
And we can use any excuse under the War Powers Act because that's what the president got the power to do.
Okay.
And if he can crush them in 90 days and take their resources, y'all may not like it, but we rather crush somebody else and take their stuff than they crush us and take off.
I hear that. Thank you for that clarification.
All right.
So basically what he said is if they can do it in 90 days, it's not considered a war. It's called a conflict. And so I guess that's where we at. We in conflict right now, but not war technically. But the impact that they were saying, was that with the crude is up, gasoline and diesel prices are starting to rise in many regions, including the U.S., where pump prices have been moving upward again, and this was following earlier declines. Also, natural gas prices in Europe and Asia have also spiked by dozens of percents in recent days, as well as the natural gas exports that have been disrupted. And again, the broader impact is that higher fuel prices are feeding into inflationary pressures globally, as energy costs ripple into transportation, manufacturing, and consumer goods. And so this war is going to be this war going to be expensive. Yeah,
I like how you keep.
This conflict. This conflict for the first 90 days is conflict.
You've been in conflict with Ukraine for a couple of years now, supplying ammunition to a whole other country.
They call it the Ukraine war.
It's so that again, that's why I was saying over the air and stuff, man. That's literally the same thing that Hitler did. It's the same play.
To war or not?
The enemy image in Germany were the Jews. The Jews were being made the enemy image, right? And it's the same thing that were being done. And I was on a Breakfast Club 6 years ago saying that we shouldn't be so cool and calm while a whole other race has been separated from their families and put inside cages. The same thing that happened to us 200 years ago. We was called it slavery, and they were using the enemy image to be the illegal aliens. And so the same tactics that were done then in communist Germany, or whatever you want to call Germany back then, when Hitler entered frivolous wars, not frivolous conflicts. We can call it conflicts though if we want to though.
Yeah,
we can do that. Semantics in war, right?
Receive, but here's the thing: whatever you call it, keep your eyes on it because it's going to be directly impacting our lives in ways that we see and ways that we may not see.
Whatchamacallit?
Tomato.
Whatchamacallit. So I was watching. We actually did a watch party for a press conference. We asked a question about what's going on in Tallahassee. Okay. And when we asked what's going on in Tallahassee, a lot of people chimed in on the post, and they were talking about House Bill 1001 and then a Senate Bill 1134. They're calling them anti-diversity bills. Okay. So local elected officials from across Florida, they held a virtual press conference to raise concerns about these two bills that are moving through the legislature, which would significantly restrict diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in local government. Y'all want to know what the bills do?
Stop everything black?
No, you got to ask me.
Oh, what the bills do?
I'm glad you asked. The legislation actually seeks to prohibit local governments from taking any official action related to DEI. This includes ordinances, policies, programs, training initiatives, government activities that reference protected classes or gender identity. And officials at the press conference warned that the language in the bill is very broad and could impact a wide range of government activities. They specifically named women and minority-owned business programs, what they call them, the MBE programs, cultural festivals like the Pride, Pride is included, but MLK Parade, Juneteenth. If an elected official is participating in like an MLK Parade, under this bill, they could actually be removed from office. Nonprofit partnerships, so partnering with nonprofits who have a focus on helping a what they call it, preferred class, they can't do that. Workforce and economic development programs, and so like the cohort of champions where they target, minority youth, these types of programs, and also support for cultural and heritage celebrations. So local leaders argued that many of these programs are economic development tools that cities use to support small businesses, tourism, and community engagement. So it's something that we want to know what the people say.
So no more targeted marketing?
If you ain't white. If you ain't,
this really what it is.
If you
ain't white.
So like the Office of Supplier Diversity, which is an office that was set up after they did a disparity study saying that black people don't get contracts with the city. So the response to that was to create a program to help increase contracts to black people in the city. They saying that ain't it.
Which is so crazy to me. Is like when people be like, oh, it doesn't work for the system, and no, like we're giving y'all a handout. No, you're letting us get in the door because you already shut it because of my skin color, right? Not because of my education, not because of the work that I've done, not because of my resume, not because of anything else that I've done to prove that I can do it. But you see my color of my skin and you say, I'm not even going to open the door for you.
Yeah, I've been at war with y'all forever now. Don't when you forget that we've been at war with people.
Charlie Funk said, does that include St. Patrick's Day events?
I think so. Yeah, they mentioned that. They said St. Patrick's Day events also could be impacted.
I mean, I think the biggest part of the bill is just a back to reality check. Our people didn't really truly benefit from DEI. DEI was a weaponized academic term, right?
And I disagree with you.
They tied DEI with woke, right? And these were terms to attack academia that was doing the anti-colonialism program,
teaching people the truth.
But I'm just saying, this was their attack on
Waking them
that.
up.
This was a structured. This was a structured counter-offensive.
Yeah.
Right. And then they didn't just do it in academic terms, they took it to political. Because the reality is that in the whole numbers, we didn't benefit a lot from DEI. We were like 1 to 5% of DEI hires. We were like 1 to 5, maybe 10%.
Are you saying DEI was in theory?
No,
in theory it was for
no. Yeah,
in
theory, but in practice.
But see,
in
so
theory,
let me say this.
In theory, it was for us, but in practice, it ended up going to white women, immigrants, and other people who qualify for diversity, equity, inclusion, including transsexual, just all the other definitions of
hold on,
different people.
Protect the class's Q.
But so what I'm gonna say is, so in our mind, when we think of it, we only think of us. You know, like when
we don't think of that.
We don't. So you don't think about it, and in their mind, they do, and so they can't just think about us. Clearly, when they do it, no.
So when they write the law for us, they can't
but
think
when
about
they
it.
said
But
no,
when they
what I'm
write the
saying
help
no,
for us, they can't.
no. But when I'm saying the DUI, because they didn't just say we're going to do this for Black people, they said minorities, women, everybody else who's getting discriminated from.
So can we just say it like this? Everybody who ain't a white male, because I mean,
right.
Well, that's what the minority
but
is.
the sign said
that's the
no
real minority.
Allowed.
Yeah.
The sign said no blacks allowed.
Yeah.
So when you come out,
it said white only and colored only.
But when you come out with the help and it's inclusive of everybody, the Black people don't understand it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to explain to how,
because the sign didn't say no, it said no color, but it didn't say no color, no women, no transgender.
Yeah,
it just said, and so when you do a program to correct it, you think that you correcting it.
But when you look at it, look how long that sign was. Whites only, no colors.
Yeah.
Right. Then it went from women need to stay at home. Like it went like they started cutting it up,
double clicking in that because they rode the wave.
No, because the women movement and the civil rights movement merged at some point in the 60s.
Got them.
And
I say that. So even though we say the DUI, like I didn't. So when I worked for Denny's, it wasn't called that.
And it was affirmative action,
right? The name just changed.
Yeah, DEI is kind of new as a term.
A term, but
what was the program being taken out of? Like for an example,
reparations.
The University of Florida. It was a DEI program, but it was the Black people that was on TV that was complaining about their
African studies or something.
Yeah.
African studies.
Yeah.
Again, they don't want you. They don't want you to know the truth.
But it ain't their job to. It's up to us.
That's what it boiled down to.
If the
first
people,
thing
if we
you gotta do is to accept that you're in a war. When you don't even accept that you're in a war, guess what you'll do? You'll make a la la land. I love my brother John when he said it best, man. I think it was at the Child's Park function we did probably about 2017, 2018. Reno, we are the survivors of the war on drugs.
Yeah.
I say, hold on. Yeah, because I get that, right?
Yeah.
Like, my dad's story. Like, my community story. Yeah, your mama on crack. Yeah, the trauma we caused when you said that to a little boy and you pointed at him and you said that. Yeah, his sister was hurt too, right? Hold on. That was us surviving a direct attack by another people.
That's right.
It wasn't the brown people. The brown people got affected because they called it casualties in war. Trump bars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to us.
And so the core argument from the local leaders, again, they were speaking at this press conference. They urged the Florida legislature, and this is kind of funny too. I gotta admit. So they was asking, it wasn't funny, but it was ironic. I'll say it that way. They were asking them to slow down and pause on the bill to narrow the language. Or eliminate them entirely. And it was just interesting because we were asking for a pause locally on a project and they refused to pause. But then there's a press conference saying, hey, this is going through too fast.
Come on, pause.
We need y'all to pause.
Slow down.
So I thought that was kind of ironic. But
I'm going to tell you, when they're trying to rush.
Like we asking for a pause,
but if you compartmentalize it, you'll miss that.
Yeah,
you'll say, this is just for that.
Yeah, right? We want to pause that, but we can't pause this.
No, this is too important.
That was kind of a trip.
This too important, and that's not important enough.
That's individualism right there. They're being displayed. I'm telling you too, right?
Because did you see that?
I did, but I didn't want to.
You gotta read it.
Okay.
I don't do this often.
Okay, so Jasmine Crockett says Democrats darken her skin in racist campaign ads. Wow. So we're gonna talk about that politics with Mr. Ed. So listen, y'all. Keep your eyes. Hold on. Let me wrap this up. Look, now we just like we gonna do that thing Mr. Teresa say we do all the time. So what you talking about, Willis? So here's the deal. Bottom line, keep your eyes up on this House Bill 1001 because it is going to impact local government and the ability to do what you do locally. Because you know how they got the thing that they showing you.
Yes.
But then when you look in the bill, it's all kind of other stuff that you don't see. And that's what the concern is too. It's like it's a lot of stuff in this bill, but they're leading with DEI because that's the talking point that's going to rile up their base and say, yes, move forward, do that. But then inside of the bill, it's all kind of stuff that's going to negatively impact everybody.
So I will say that this is why it's important, and people, we go back and forth about it's important to educate and to vote, right? Because we have these people in there that does not have the community, our community, or the people that think like us and want the services that we think are important in office. You want people, we have people in there that want to erase Black history. Period, point blank. Any Black, brown, and because we believe that our vote don't count, you know, and we sit out, and then they're going to vote because they hate to see 200,000 people in St. Pete for the MLK parade, spending money, having fun, no fights, together and say, no, we're not going to give you no money, but they can come out here and do all these other parades. We have the Christmas parade, right? Everybody love Christmas. We got a white guy who's jolly, and we know, like,
what's coming up for me is what Reno always say. When you look at them pictures of them people when they was taking them little Black children to school, them white people in that picture, they still alive. And that this is either them or their children that's like carrying this torch. So when we talk about the people who in there, because that wasn't that long ago.
We often talk about who we doing it for too, and how our grandparents fought for this. You think they holding on to their grandparents? Like the thing that Trump did, right? He held down his parents' generation, which would be our grandparents' generation. So like he watched his mom, them all over the country have these conversations about not wanting to integrate the schools in the neighborhoods. They did not like it, right? They did not like Brown versus Board of Education, right? So what did Trump do in his generation? He went and stacked the deck right in front of us in his first term with judges that's going to unravel all this right here. Second term came in, knocked that apart. What did he do? He advanced his people's agenda. The first thing you got to do inside Black unity, right? First of all, is unify, right? And then create black agendas. Until Black agendas get created, then we'll just deal with the same old.
Keep asked a question in the chat I want to get to. She says, can we talk about how they're changing the Department of Education to the Department of Labor and what that means for all of our babies in the public schools?
They're making all the schools be A&Ms, and most Black universities are A&M, agriculture and mechanical. You know what I'm saying? So they put you out there to be the slave force. They didn't put you out there to be the think with them on intellectual basis.
I want to say this. This is really just saying the quiet part out loud.
Thank you.
Making the implicit explicit.
Thank you.
And the education system, and this is no disrespect to nobody. I started the day off with showing respect to the education system
hat on and everything.
And the bus drivers. But
hat on and everything. But if y'all don't know.
But the reality is,
looking at it,
they condition us to be employees.
Yeah.
The education system conditions us to think in a group think. So they control the group. And when you're outside of the group, that's when they call you crazy. When you don't think like them, when your education isn't the same education as theirs, they value your education because you ain't got the stuff on the wall, but you're smarter. You have more common sense, right? And common sense ain't that common, right? And
they really get mad at you too.
I pray people understand that the education system is not built to liberate us. Our liberation is not going to come from the education of our enemies.
Yeah, and to that point, there's a study guide, Kiwi. You should be familiar with this. It's called the New Educational Paradigm. It's part of the self-improvement program. And that study guide documents the origin of the public school system. And one of those talking points at the time when they were trying to standardize education was because there was an elite class who controlled the society. And they said, we need future workers. And so in order to get these future workers, they had to create an assembly line or a machine that would actually produce these workers.
Called the education system.
And they call it the education system. And so what they're doing, Kiwi, is really they're just taking like what you said. They just saying the quiet part out loud. Like it's always been a Department of Labor. I remember when we went to school.
Department of Defense, Department of War.
Watch this. When we went to school, you asked your mama why I gotta go to school.
So you can get a good job.
Come on, man. So it's always been the Department of Labor.
And just chill.
That's why I didn't jive with me, because I ain't want a good job.
Yeah. Man, listen,
I wanted to be the job.
Well, yeah, exactly. It was a boss mindset already being implemented.
I was already in there.
And the thing is, though, just like shout out to social media age that we in right now, right? Because you had the young lady who dropped the article, and we started sharing like I don't know what when she put out there about I don't even know her TV show. There was 160 black towns up underwater.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all something. Us watching our history being erased in real time should quantify the fact that it has always been done this way. So when we try to research and do our history and try to prove everything and try to take out the mathematical equation that these people have burned and built and put up underwater and change and redact, like right now, we're not watching it get burned down physically, right? We're watching the redacting of our history. They're just putting a black marker over the whole the sentence right now. And it's important things like MLK Parade, like Rosa Parks that are being redacted right in front of us in real time. So 85 years from now, in 100 years now, it could be confusion about what they was doing during that time. Just the same way as it's mass confusion about what we could see what was going on 100 years to get us in this predicament.
Wow, right on. And so that's what I would say to that. Kibi, thank you for introducing that and putting that in the chat. We needed that, the real deal. And so did we talk about these data centers?
Go for it.
Ooh. And so
you got the right man. The magic of what y'all gonna witness right now.
I gotta find it. I had something on it so I can frame it and set it up.
I got you. I lead it, brother John.
Okay, let's talk about data centers, y'all.
So just in my little silo, since Reno like to study stuff. In my own little silos and looking at stuff, man, I would say about a few months been looking at data centers and how they kind of destroy communities, man. Just in the terms of on the outside looking in, you got a big business coming here in your company, in your area, right? A lot of jobs, right? But these data centers are not going to be using humans to occupy once they get built, right? They're going to bring in outside labor to get the job done. You know what that outside labor look like? Hint, hint, wink, wink, nod, nod. White vans pulled up downtown St. Pete. A lot of Mexicans get out and do constructions. Outside labor, right? So it don't always affect the people who live there, but the water system.
Yeah.
I'm talking about just getting down to it. It's the water system that these humongous data centers. Now you know they coming out with Epstein owning Bitcoin. Him being the one that started Bitcoin, so Bitcoin starting to drop and do his thing. I was watching how Bitcoin data centers are being converted over to the AI data centers. They're being put in outside of Virginia, all over,
because they built the infrastructure to do the
data. Correct.
Remember
the original data centers is in Virginia. That's where the original internet is. It's where all our emails go through, because that's where the CIA and the FBI monitors is at. Right? Okay, but because I've been in his ear about this right here for the past week or whatever. I've been talking to my brother now. He'll be back home. One of my brothers. Shout out P-Mo. He's literally was on the phone with me, looking at Niagara Falls. I said, "You looking at Niagara Falls? What's going on in Niagara Falls?" He said, "Bro, I'm in a Bitcoin mining center. This is the biggest building I've ever been in my life, man. It's 1 million miles. It's a million square mile building I'm in right now, and we're converting the Bitcoin mining center over to an AI data center." I said, "Hold on. I was just looking at this on stuff online myself, but to know I can touch somebody, this is my brother that's doing this, and I'm glad he'll be back Sunday so I can get so much information."
Yeah, we need that.
It's not a game though, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And not even like Dr. John Clark Anderson says, black people, you say that you're on the information highway. We don't even have a highway. This is information this is a highway that they use to communicate with their people. We have to start communicating. I love Charlotte Soprano. We're working with AI. We have to be more tech savvy for this future so we can create our own AIs to protect us.
And here's what was coming out of the White House with this around this topic. So there was
they just had a press conference.
So President Donald Trump has announced a new agreement with major tech companies that's aimed at preventing AI data centers from driving up electricity prices for everyday Americans because they say that they use a lot of energy, right? And so they're saying that hold on, let me just move that. And so it says that major companies involved include Google, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Oracle, OpenAI, and XAI. They signed what's called a ratepayer protection pledge. They're gonna protect us, y'all. And the goal, they said, is to ensure that AI infrastructure growth doesn't make household.
That's so sinister to say that.
Yeah, we're going to sign a pledge to protect the people, the ratepayers, with the goal of making sure that their infrastructure growth doesn't make our household bills go up. And if you trust that, I got a bridge I can sell you.
I'm talking about, man, bridge builders.
Yeah.
So and it was good that it happened, because we were just talking about it Monday, and when Wednesday we were talking about it, and when the press conference, I was watching the press conference at the same time. The locals had their press conference.
Yeah,
it was the same time. And as I'm watching it, I'm realizing that what this means for the future of our city.
Yeah.
If we don't put the proper safeguards in place,
bring it back, brother. Thank you.
If we don't put the proper safeguards in place, we're going to have a data center sitting on Booger's Creek.
Yeah.
And I'm not fear mongering. This is just clear. I know what the data center needs to operate.
Yeah.
And guess what?
Water.
There's a location right here in my community, and I know where it's at.
Yeah.
And if we don't be smart, if we don't have the right safeguards in place, it will be right there, because that's already a form of industrial site, correct?
Yeah.
It's already
what
right
they call
there.
it, the gas plant.
It's right there where the train just stopped there for no reason.
We got to bring Q in, because that face. What that face mean, Q?
I'm just thinking the data center come 20 years later, everybody got lumps. Everybody got the throat is ashy.
Yeah.
They got super cancer that they ain't never heard of.
Super cancer.
Yeah, your toes is amputated.
That's what they said?
No, I'm just saying.
That's how I usually work out.
Yeah, you come in, you have all this stuff that comes.
They got a baby data center behind John Hopkins. Go ahead, Q.
And then all of this, they come in, and then you see the effects of what's supposed to be good for our community. And then again, where you said Booker's Creek is right in the heart of the hood, right? So who's going to be affected from all of this stuff that's coming? It's going to be us. And then they're going to say, oh, we didn't know it was dangerous.
Booker's Creek is in the heart of
Didn't they talk about doing something like that around the Science Center? I know that was a part of the conversation.
Yeah, but like that. But the Science Center, I don't know if they got a reward or something again. But then Raytheon, they say that the soil is so messed up.
Okay.
Yeah, you think why they ain't building no affordable housing out there on that big old lot, right? It's the soil that they own and stuff.
And so the other part of what they said is
they
said that AI data centers use enormous electricity. Artificial intelligence requires massive computing power, which means huge data centers run on thousands of servers 24/7. So a single large AI data center can use as much electricity as 100,000 homes. I'm gonna say that again. A single large AI data center can use as much electricity as 100,000 homes. And we was talking about the grid.
No, and you know what I just thought of? Like, you do that, and this is AI and all of. You have Gargoyle that's back there, that's trying.
Gargoyle?
Yes, to mess up the world.
Who's Gargoyle?
From the Smurfs. Yeah, that's what.
Gargamel.
Oh, what? There you go. So, Gargamel. There you go.
Listen, I be talking about hate a Smurf all the time, man. Like I be literally.
No, but Gargamel. There you go. So there you go. But no, I'm right there. And you got somebody that can run all, because if you got one person that can press a button, and you have all these AI, these machines doing, he get mad. What's gonna happen?
But y'all,
like, why you give one person that much power?
But y'all remember the premise of the Matrix, right? Was that the machines needed this energy in order to keep going.
And y'all thought that y'all was gonna block the sun because they needed solar power, so they started taking y'all.
Because humans are the source of energy. Like they tell you the premise. They say the reason that we got these humans in these incubators is because they're using the energy from the humans to power themselves. So they said the demand for electricity and AI could
as long as the humans don't know that they're the power source, aka they were in sleep, they were in incubators, aka sleep. When they woke up, like Neo did, they removed themselves from the system of slumber. Go ahead, brother.
And then they said that the demand for electricity for AI could triple by 2035. That surge is starting to strain power grids in most parts of the country. And so when you got you think about capacity on the grid, and you got one building that's taking 100,000.
Man, listen,
you put two of them. Like how many of
these buildings are needed? Because listen what they say, y'all. They say that like in the old internet, right? Like you just do the regular search, it chewed up a little bit of power, right? They say that when you make your prompt on AI and tell AI to do it, it uses as much electricity to power a small home for like 3 days. Go check out OpenAI or Oracle, and I forget who it is. They building a mammoth OpenAI data center in Texas. So you can just go on YouTube and look at like 36-minute video, and they'll give you a lot of information though, man. But it's God.
So I want to go back to the press conference.
Okay.
With the president, and it was interesting to see that we celebrating, the commodification of the energy, because what they're saying is these data centers are going to have their own energy power plants.
Yeah. And
they're going to try to use the data centers to supplement the need for the grid, because our grid needs improving.
So they're trying to get them off the grid, and the way they do that is by building their own.
Yes, and then they are supposed to give us energy now.
Oh, that's how they're gonna protect us.
That's how we're supposed to lower
I don't trust you.
The lady walked past one of the and walked down the aisle of a data center, and it was blowing so much air. It was blowing her hair back.
Wow.
That's how much energy just one of these machines, and you talking about million square mile.
And so what they said is the premise for this is that the government is worried about rising utility bills. Electricity prices have already been rising nationwide, and some policymakers are fearing that if big tech builds thousands of AI data centers, utilities will pass the cost of new power plants and grid upgrades on to regular consumers. And I mean, we see that they've been doing that anyway.
I trust that.
Yeah.
I trust that.
You believe that?
I trust that.
That could mean higher electric bills for households. So here's what the pledge is. So the pledge from big tech: under this agreement, tech companies say this is what they say they're going to do. They will pay their own electricity infrastructure. They will invest in new power generation. They will help fund grid upgrades. And in some cases, they're going to build their own power plants, like what Mr. Edmond was saying. They will provide backup power during emergencies. They're going to prioritize local hiring in communities. This the same list. Prioritize local hiring where data centers are built. And then the message from the White House.
I choose do that, right?
Yeah, like that's the same list.
What's the first part you said, Brother John? Before you said the last, they gonna do what?
Prioritize local hiring.
So this the same language when they say we're gonna guarantee affordable housing, right? But in order for them to get the benefits and tax breaks and everything for 100 years, they only have to offer affordable housing for 5 years. So it'd be so much hogwashing. Remember, our people got told that we're trying to bring a sports team in our community to get jobs. So back then in the 80s, our people fell for part-time jobs for full-time bills, y'all. It'd be hogwash, man. You
so
see
this
what
is
I'm
what
saying?
they said. It said it sounds like we are all doomed. Finish on a happy note before the weekend.
No. The reason why I'm here is to talk about the Black Money Movement, cash miles, man.
Thank you very much.
And we here making each other. We here to make each other rich on purpose, right? So it ain't no doom in what we're doing. We actually here to help each other. Yeah. It's like a lifeline to each other. So this Saturday, tomorrow, we doing these cash miles, man. We ain't doing cash miles. We doing cash miles. St. Pete doing cash miles. I heard what y'all said too. You can't compete with St. Pete. So the St. Pete natives, the locals, that say they here making each other rich on purpose. The cash mob this Saturday, March the 7th, will be at Baja Chicken. On 49th Street. Gosh, they have and I hate I ain't got the address right now. I'm gonna run through a clip.
I think we got it. It's
okay.
1836 49th Street.
And what I mean by run through a clip real quick, because we figure with the Black Money Movement that by April, when we say making each other rich on purpose, we have to take it up a notch, because supporting Black businesses once a month means 12 people get touched. Well, by April, we say we'll do it once a week, then ramp it up a little bit. You see what I'm saying? We got to touch 52 of us every year, right? So we got I see how you get them on the eyes checked out real quick, man. Shout out to Canopy, man. You know what I'm saying? 18th Avenue right here next to the liquor store, man. They got a nice little pavilion on the side of it, and none of us can see it when we got this light right here. Some of us just more so paying attention to the liquor store. Some of us might be looking at Green's Bakery coming down the pipeline too. You might be looking at Hungry Howard's, but if you pay attention to the Canopy over there, we're gonna pull this off on a Sunday, man. Soul Food Sunday for the first time with the Cash Mob. And then this is April, so it's every week after that right there. I'm gonna give y'all a real quick clip real quick. So shout out JTD food trucks. We're gonna be there on the 11th of April. Then we're gonna come around to Big Busters Big Busters bag on the 18th. On the 25th we'll be at Forever Wings. On the 2nd, back into a brick mortar. This is May. On the 2nd, we'll be at Dirty Diana's. On the 9th, we'll still be in a brick and mortar at the Hive. I heard they got some of the best chicken wings in the city, y'all. So I mean, you got to pull up. But we gonna make each other rich on purpose, but just being intentional with what? Love, y'all. And when we need money, what money gonna do? Help us pay our bills and put the smiles on our children's faces.
Bless you. God.
But it is the Black Money Movement, man.
Since you said JTDs, because you know that's my spot too.
Yeah.
But if you're going in there and getting their treats, their cakes.
Okay.
Let them know.
It's from Sweet Sisters.
Okay.
Right? Which
okay.
is my mother.
Right
So
on. Right
the
on.
best cakes in the city. Y'all
okay,
can
that's
argue
my
with
baby.
y'all mama,
Yeah.
but I'm not
That's
arguing with y'all. So
That's my baby.
Down. My mama do her thing. All right.
Yes, she
and
do.
this week she got regular pound cake and pineapple pound cake over there too.
Hey, Reno say go support that right there, y'all. Hey, and if you can also still listen to the show, but go to Facebook and go to the Black Money Movement Facebook page so you can stay more in tune and you can share these flyers. Shouts out to the play. The play is tonight, isn't it?
Tonight and tomorrow. And so we'll
Snacks.
be live. He will start the show on time at 8:00. It ain't no janky production.
Don't show up fashionably late.
Yeah,
You gonna miss the
Everybody ain't no joke.
Yeah.
No, so and we'll be set up there. Doors open at 7, so y'all can come in. We're gonna be live at 7. Kind of talking to people as they come in.
And just for those who missed it when we talked about it earlier, again, it's tonight. It's Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. We'll be broadcasting live from the Sunshine Center. It's a stage production. It's called Snacks. It's written by Tron Montgomery, and it's a stage play about unity, protest, and how one bad decision can shake an entire neighborhood. The show runs tonight, which is the 6th, and then tomorrow at March the 7th. Doors opening at 7 p.m. and the show starting when, Q?
8:00.
8:00, probably. Don't show up at 8:04.
So y'all come through, man.
I mean, show the 8:04 though. You just late and you know it, but still come though. If you late, you know it. You know what I mean?
Start getting ready.
Don't posture.
Start getting ready now.
Yeah. Ooh. If you feel like being late, just start getting ready right now. I love that, bro.
Lay it out on the bed like you did on the first day of school.
Get ready right now.
So was that happen? Was that enough good news for y'all?
Yeah, we didn't get into a lot of stuff, but I mean, listen, we got Monday.
Yeah.
We got 2 minutes left.
Okay.
All right. So enjoy this weekend. Go to the Money Movement.
Yeah.
Black Money Movement. Make sure the cash mob. Go make sure.
Have some fun, man. It's some good conversations out there, man. I see people who just pulling up to get some food, and next thing you know, they go to run their mouth, and then one of them come on to me, man. I ain't seen him in 10 years, Reno, man.
And when you get it,
it's love out there.
And when you get it, take your pictures.
Man,
document it. It's okay to show that we're doing what we say we're gonna do. Go ahead, document it, post it, so everybody can get involved just in case.
And Charlie Funk want us to make sure we say it. This is a play. This is not a movie. All right. So they close the doors when the show starts because this ain't a movie where you walk in and you can be talking. Like these gonna be people up there actually performing live, and so make sure that you on time so that you don't disturb the production because these people like we got plays happening in the Berg at the Sunshine Theater that's produced by us. Come on, man.
It's big, y'all.
This is not a movie now. You ain't walking in.
This play was not this play. Let me tell you something about how powerful this play was, y'all. This play was not even thought of in June of last year.
Right.
And people I sit and ride shotgun with a film director all the time. You know what I'm saying? You talking about some overnight, man.
Well,
you know,
it's 9
big.
o'clock.
All right,
Stay
y'all.
tuned for Sister Hughes.
Make you lose your shoes and shout all around
the house.
All right, this has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
And I'm the one and on this day.
And who else we got?
Hey man, the Black Money Movement in the building.
Right on. And we out. Y'all make it a great weekend.